presented by Bonsoy as we get set for Heat 2. Rio Waida, the Indonesian, out there in the red. Eli Hanneman, the young Hawaiian from Maui, he's going to be out there in the blue. And George Pittar from Richie Lovitz.
I still do see heavy influences of Danny Wills in his style. This is Eli Hanneman up and riding.
Well, Eli won't mind the onshore. This guy has every trick in the book. The phenom, they called him when he was a Grom. Well, let's see what Rio can do with his second ride here. Just a throwaway to get started. This wave looks like it might be hitting the reef nicely here. Steepening for a moment. Oh. Nice hit there from Rio. Unloading plenty of water.
Wow.
And again, bashes through the foam. And importantly, throws up a nice fan of spray. So really accentuating these turns as he gets to the end bowl now. Just a drifting float. Just flowing beautifully along this one. He's going to find something else down the line here. This is basically breaking right on the shoreline as Rio just smashes into it. Oh. Really matches the power of that end section with a committed hit, and that should be a really solid score. In particular, that final move, that end section on the lower tide is kind of all rock. Once the higher tide comes in, you're sort of projecting straight out onto the dry sand.
Up and over that first hit, flare, and then the second one, he built on it, throwing a ton of spray. And now you can see there's these moments where Rio's just waiting. Gets on that tail, gets heavy on it, projects down the line here over these foamy sections. Did well to see more down the line. Came all the way through to the inside. There's all these little rock ledges, Ron, right close to shore. And Rio just pounding that final manoeuvre.
No, he does. He seems like a sponge, though. He's really keen on learning and refining his approach to competitive surfing.
Well, he does. He wants to do this. This is what his career path is. And he wants to get better. He knows he's got work to do, and he's open to it. You can't come in with an arrogance thinking you know everything.
He's super explosive, has unbelievable pocket work, fin throws, and variation on his forehand. So it'll test his frontside calves, which will be fun to see. As we see Eli Hanneman now.
Oh.
And much like Kayo, below the cut line, needs a huge result. Just trying to find some momentum here. And like Kayo said, just join the dots at this point. Loading up for an exciting finish. And you can see the wave kind of didn't have anything in it when he placed that board. Are stocky.
Oh, they're units.
They're built. And both of them have, massive legs, big, strong legs.
This is a replay of Eli Hanneman driving through to this inside. That was that exciting turn where he got the full tail drift. So he kind of made something out of a nothing section there. Wrapping it all the way through, and then gets a little bit more work done through the inside. Board staying a little bit flat, but now he starts to open up. He's a fast surfer.
And then stand back in between it all and find some moments to really size up where those big turns were going to be placed. As we see George there, drifting the fins. Sticks with it, still has control. Glides through a nice carve, doing well with the foamy sections of this wave as he gets through to the inside. There's some of that fin throw work that I was talking about. Can't finish this one off.
A lot of energy, and this was George on the outside. Much taller, you can see. That's that open face wrap that he's really starting to put into his wheelhouse as his signature move. And does well to get down this little section. He got a couple of bonus turns through the inside. Wrapping it down the line, gets that speed, gets a nice tail flare here, and I'd love to have seen him just finish that manoeuvre.
And on the outside, let's see what Rio can do. He's looking to back up the 7-point ride from earlier on. In a powerful position with his rivals not really serving up huge numbers just yet. Rio with a good section here. Great flare on the tail. Not just placing the turn, not just drifting the fins, but powering through the move.
Yeah, it's a good pickup, Ron.
Yeah, first-time CT campaigners, wild cards, can't make mistakes like that against surfers like Rio and Eli. As we see Rio here, just so strong on that end section.
We're just having a replay here. Let's have a look at Eli Hanneman's wave. So up and over that foamy section. Connects with another one again. 2 similar turns and a third. This is a better wave for Eli. He's got a lot more open face to work with. Gets a little wrapping cutback as he comes through the inside. It's a little stuck on that finish, but he's done some good work out the back.
Yeah, really clean combination on that outside. Aware that there's a lot of pressure on these competitors, even Rio, who's just inside the cut line at the moment and up at the moment. With 6.5 minutes to go, Rio's just looked really strong so far through this heat. Just jumping, trying to get the momentum to hop through this flat section. Looks out the back for a moment. Wants to re-engage with this ride at some point and try and finish off with another strong manoeuvre. I mean, in the context of the heat, it's a strong ride. Rio flared up again. He's trying to improve on a 5.53. Number starting to roll through for him. Looks like he will better his score total
was a great
here.
Turn.
Yeah, they seem to be having a big think about George's ride.
Yeah.
The third turn was the money move on that ride. Just didn't do it for him. On the outside, George Pittar having a look at one. Nice big bowl here. Great opening turn. Drops out of the sky. As he comes through the trough, swoops into the pocket a couple of times and then hammers the section. Good looking wave for the winner of the Rip Curl Trials here. As he stands back on the tail now and just remains patient, waiting for the wave to steepen again. Nice cutbacks, really transitioning beautifully through to the inside now and finishes off in style. And the Grom has really dropped a good one here. That's going to be an excellent number.
That's going to be a huge score. To me, that's the best wave of the heat so far.
Let's have a look at it. Bit of foam on the face, but George just powers through it, Rich.
Yeah, this first turn just drives through that opening slice. The second one draws it out again, and it's this third one here where it gets really critical. And for a tall guy, stays nice and composed in the pocket. Lots of power as he drives through those turns. And he got a few more on the inside. Nice wrapping cutbacks, little check turn. And then gets to the finish, the little tail slide.
Scalpeled his way through those turns, sliced through them. But the third turn, he really pushed it. As we see Rio up again. So Rio's going to look to add to his tally. He's already going to improve his situation with his previous ride, but this one's looking pretty decent too. Bit of foam on the face. He just looks so fit and strong and solid out here at the moment.
Yeah, doesn't he?
As he goes looking for the big finish again, loads up and smashes through the section.
Oh, geez, he's put together a good heat. There hasn't really been a wave where he hasn't just taken every section down.
And here we go. He gets swamped on the takeoff, but he's up on his feet now. And this guy is a magician when it comes to big individual turns. Let's see if he can pull the rabbit out of the hat on this final ride here. This wave already starting to flatten out, so he's banking on a ramp here on the inside. And Eli just trying to stand on the tail, bide his time. This wave's filling up big time. It's not even going to make it to the short break.
He knows. Oh, my goodness.
Pretty impressive stuff here from George Pittar, though. A healthy heat score total. Rio on fire. Eli Hanneman heartbreakingly close, but not quite enough to survive the elimination round this afternoon. We are going to take a quick break, and when we return, we've got more elimination round heats coming your way, and we'll bring in Joe Tapel and Felicity.